This lecture deals with red-black trees, also termed as RB trees. So, if we go to the history of red-black trees, this tree was actually introduced by two experts named Rodolphe and Baer. Rodolphe and Baer. And that's the reason for selecting the two colors, red and black, that starts with their first alphabet of their names. So that's a history behind naming this tree as red-black tree. Okay. So red-black trees are basically balanced binary search trees. From that it is clear that the first property satisfied by red-black tree is binary search tree property. So this is a simple example for red-black tree. And if you consider each and every node, left subtree will be having key values lesser than the node and right subtree will be having key values greater than the node. For example, if I take 26, left subtree is rooted at 17 and every nodes contained in the subtree rooted at 17 are having key values lesser than 26, and right subtree is rooted at 41 and every nodes contained in the right subtree or subtree rooted at 41 are having key values greater than 26. So basically it's a binary search tree. That is the first property. And if you analyze this particular binary search tree, you can see that each and every node are attached with a label on outside, either R or B, that represent the color of the node. So first property, each and every node will have color either red or black. Every node is colored either red or black. That's the first property. Now, if you consider the root node is black. That is the second property. Root must be black in color. Root must be black. Then you can consider all the red nodes in this particular tree. So if I take 30 is colored red. Both its children are black. Then you can take 17 is red. Both its children are black. If I take 10, color is red. Both its children are black. Which indicates that red node cannot have red child. If I take a red node and if it is not a leaf node, then its children must be black in color. So I can say that red node cannot have red child. So that's the third property. And again, if I analyze this particular tree, these are the leaf nil nodes. Leaf nil nodes in the sense the left and right pointers that are set to null or nil for a leaf node. So if I take 30 or the null pointers, you can call those pointers as nil nodes. If I take 3, it's having two pointers, left child pointer and right child pointer that are set to null. If I take 7, left is not null, left child is 3 and right is null. And if I take 19, left is null and right is 20. So all the null pointers, you can call those nodes as leaf nil nodes. So all leaf nil nodes are assumed to have black color. So leaf nil nodes are black. That's the fourth property. Then fifth property. If I take any node, number of black nodes from that node to all the descendant leaves must be same. So if I take 41, 39 is a descendant leaf. Just count number of black nodes from 41, black nodes in the path from 41 to 39. It's actually 1, 2. So you are having 2 black nodes. You can consider another leaf, descendant leaf of 41, that is 47. Take the path from 41 to 47 and count the number of black nodes. Number of black nodes is 2. You can take another dissonant leaf, 28. Count the number of black notes from 41 in the path from 41 to 28. It is 1, 2. So there also you are having 2 black notes. Take 26 and the leaf node 12. Consider the path from 26 to 12. It's actually 26, 17, 14, 10, 12. What about number of black notes? 1, 2, 3. You are having 3 black notes. You can take another leaf node 35. Consider the path from 26 to 35 and count the black notes. 1, 2, 3. So for each and every node, number of black notes from that node to all the dissonant leaves must be same. That's the fifth property. Every node, number of black notes from that node to all its descendant leaves must be same. So this is the fifth property. Now if we consider properties from 1 to 4, we can call those properties together as coloring property. And if I consider property 5, that's actually black height property. So what do you mean by black height? How will you define black height? Black height is actually defined for each and every node. So in order to define black height, first we have to define black edge. So black edge is defined as edge towards a black node. So in this example I can say that this edge is a black edge because this edge moves to 23. Again, this edge is a black edge because this edge moved towards 21. This edge is not a black edge because it actually moves towards a red node. This is a black edge because it moved towards a black node. So black edge is actually edge that moves towards a black node. Black height of a node is defined as number of black edges in the path from that node to any one of the descendant leaf. So let us consider black height of 41. In order to take black height of 41, you can take any path from 41 to a descendant leaf. So let us take the path 41, 30, 38, 35. So you are considered path from 41 to its descendant leaf 35. Count the number of black edges. So this is not a black edge, this is a black edge, this is not a black edge. So number of black edges is 1 and you can say that black height of 41 is 1. Similarly, if you take number of black edges in the path from 41 to any descendant leaf, that must be same. That is black height property. So if I take 26, black height of 26 is, you can take any path from 26 to a descendant leaf. So let us take the descendant leaf 23. So this will be the path. Count the number of black edges. So this is not a black edge, this is a black edge and this is a black edge. So you are having 2 black edges. So I can say that black height of 26 is 2. Now how do you define black height of a red black tree? Black height of a red black tree is actually the black height of its root. So for this red black tree I can say that black height of this tree is 2 because black height of 26 is 2. And these coloring properties and black height property together helps to restrict height of this tree, or that actually helps to maintain height up to a particular level. So it helps to balance the height of the tree, and that's the reason for calling red black tree as arbitrary. And you can formally prove that height of this tree is restricted to order of log n, where n is number of nodes in the tree. Now from the implementation point of view, how will you define a node? So if I take a node, what are the different components? So first one will be the key value. So if I take a node, first component will be key value. Then there must be a Boolean field that actually defines the color. That could be either red or black. Okay. Now there must be 3 pointers. One left child pointer, one right child pointer, and one parent pointer. So these are the minimum requirements to define a node in a red-black tree. So that's all about introduction to red-black trees.